Good morning, yogis. Today I want to take you through a flow that is designed to make you practice setting boundaries, saying no, saying yes also, but mostly saying no, and keeping your personal energy space a place where you feel safe and where you feel self-assured enough to really push back against things that don't work for you. To get started, you can find a comfortable seat. For me, that's going to be kneeling on the mat today. Maybe you want to place your hands in your lap. And just start by taking a few breaths. Coming into your body, coming onto the mat. See if you can activate the muscles alongside your torso to sit up a little taller. Imagine your spine growing towards the ceiling. Perhaps that implies a gentle tuck of the chin, a slight lift of the back of the head. Deep breaths in through the nose and out the mouth. And now that we have hopefully begun to find a little bit of calm, let's see if you can find your own version of no. A little phrase that helps you set boundaries. Perhaps you want to settle on something a little bit more polite, like no thank you. Perhaps you need something a little bit stronger. No, just an N-O and a full stop. Maybe you want to practice saying internally or out loud, I don't like this. Or I don't want this. Let's take one more breath here and then we'll start moving. Inhale through the nose. And a nice big exhale out the mouth, letting something go. Just keep in mind that this is just a practice. You don't have to be perfect at setting boundaries after this. So come to a tabletop pose. We're going to warm up the spine with a few rounds of cat-cow. So on an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Cow pose, exhale, round through the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the pelvis under. Cat pose, inhale. Come back to your cow, really push into your fingertips and the tops of your feet. Exhale, round. A few more like this at your own pace, with your own breath. And see if you can get into parts of the back that you usually maybe don't get into. Last one here at your own pace. And exhale. Come back to a neutral tabletop pose. Walk your hands forward just a little bit. Tuck the back toes under. And then lift the hips. Lift the knees off the mat. Maybe pedal the feet. Shake the head yes and no. Maybe wag your tail a little bit. And on an inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Maybe you need to widen the feet a little bit, make some space for your belly. Runner's lunge for just a moment. And then you can, on an inhale, really firm up the legs, firm up the core. And on an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. For your high lunge. On our next inhale, we'll step the back foot in a little bit. And then make sure your feet are on separate tracks. So kind of like two railway tracks. Make sure your hips are pointed forward. Back toes are roughly at a 45-degree angle. Warrior One stance. And then we're going to bring both arms in towards our chest. Make a fist. Maybe take a breath or two here. Feel really strong. Really bring those elbows in towards your rib cage. Firm up your core. Imagine you're pulling the mat together with your feet. And on an exhale, we're going to push our hands forward like we're pushing something away from us. Inhale. Bring those hands back by your side, readying yourself for a fight. Exhale. Push away. Inhale, bring the arms back. We're going to do it a little faster and with our breath. And you can do this with more force or less. But I really invite you to be self-assured here. Stand with confidence. Tall backbone. Strong movements. Maybe you see what it feels like to press up. Really protecting your space at every angle. And you're going to feel yourself warm up here. Really activate all the muscles. Let's do two more. And then you can let your arms become all soft. Maybe shake the hips a little bit. Step your feet back together. I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm doing. We're just going to come to a mountain pose, Tadasana. Shrug your shoulders, down your back. And instead of keeping this kind of more strict Tadasana, very firm like we did before, try to make it nice and loose. Keep your knees nice and soft. Make sure you can sway your hips. And perhaps start moving like a little piece of seagrass or algae in the ocean. Swaying side to side. And maybe it feels good to put the arms out to the side. Maybe you want to have them up overhead. It's up to you. Maybe just by your side. And if practicing setting boundaries made you feel a little bit vulnerable, perhaps you want to give yourself a hug. We're soothing ourselves, soothing our bodies. We're going to do this on the other side again. But first, let's take another 2 breaths here. And if you feel like you need a little bit of extra love, you can bring your hands to your heart and say, this too is a part of life. Or something like, it's okay, sweetheart. I learned this phrase from Tara Brach, who is a fantastic Buddhist psychologist. It's okay, sweetheart. Maybe even bringing a hand to the cheek. Beautiful. And then from here, we're just going to fold forward slowly. Let yourself hang heavy. Let your head hang heavy. And then plant the hands. Walk your feet back into your downward facing dog. You can take your time. There's no rush. Really push into the fingertips. Walk the feet a little bit. Maybe shake the head yes and no. From here, we're going to bring the left foot in between the hands this time. Runner's lunge on the other side. Maybe just move forward and back, getting a nice calf stretch, a nice foot stretch. Stretching is really good for the nervous system. And then firm up your legs, firm up your core. And on an inhale, sweep the arms forward and up above you. High lunge. Breathe here. See if you can tuck the floating ribs in. Shrug the shoulders down your back. And on your next inhale, we're going to step the back foot forward a little bit. Feet are on separate tracks, separate railway tracks. You can dial your hips forward. And here we're just going to feel the shape for a moment. Make sure there's a slight bend in the front leg, a little bend in the back knee. Nice tall spine. And now we're going to practice letting go of the weight of responsibility that someone places on us without our consent. So on an inhale, you can bring the arms up overhead and imagine you're holding a big ball or something, big heavy ball. Inhale here, exhale, let your hands fall away from you. And you can really let gravity just take them. Inhale the arms up. Just really firm up the arm muscles, and then on an exhale, let go of any activation. Let go of any tension. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, let go. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, let go. Inhale. Strong arms. Exhale. Let go. See if you can even relax your shoulders and your neck. And then inhale, activation through the upper body, activation through the arms. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Let your arms sway for a few seconds more. And this time we're going to walk our feet out so we're in a wide-legged stance. And instead of swaying like something in the ocean, we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Maybe you want to wiggle the hips a little bit. And then really firm up the core, and on an exhale, come forward into your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, push into the ground, come to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. A few more like this. Inhale, nice and firm, strong, activated, a big yes or no, depending on what you need. Exhale, let go. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And then we're just going to bend into the right leg a little bit. Maybe you want to come all the way down and lift that other foot off the ground, or the toes, I should say, not the whole foot. And then we're going to go to the other side, Skandasana. Bit of a hip opener. I like to wiggle my toes. And then come back to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Bring your hands to your hips. Really activate through the core. Exhale here. Lots of strength and power. Inhale. Come all the way up. Well done. We're going to heel toe the feet together. And we're going to end here standing. Bring your hands on top of your heart. Thank yourself for taking the time to practice setting boundaries, even if it can be quite stressful. Stressful thing to learn, but it's worth it. And I thank you for practicing with me. If you like this type of content, please feel free to leave me a like underneath the video. subscribe to my channel. I put out videos almost every week, and I have my own embodiment business called Merit Yoga, so feel free to check that out in the description box. And I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for practicing with me.